Triple V here, back with another Zoroark V-Star list. Pretty spicy one this time around, since it's actually going to be using some fire energy and some fire type attackers. So with Zoroark V-Star, if you haven't seen one of the videos before, it does have the really cool attack, Ticking Curse, does 50 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. This does include Zoroark, so if you have 6 guys in play, they're all damaged, we can be doing 300 damage. Attach a Choice Belt to it, brings it up to 330. Nice thing about this attack, it costs 2 colorless energy, so we can be using double turbo energy, but that will reduce the damage output by 20, which then brings it down to 310 as a maximum. Has a really nice V-Star power as well. It's called Phantom Star. During your turn, you can discard your hand, draw 7 cards. So it's kind of like Professor's Research, but as an ability. Pretty nice, since you can still be using supporters for turn, so you could use this, use Professor's Research, and use Crobat all in one turn, and potentially see 20 cards off draw. Just pretty powerful. Basically a third of your deck in one turn. It's kind of nuts. Since we are running Zoroark V-Star though, that does mean we've got to be running Zoroark V. So Zoroark V's got the attack Void Return, does 30 damage, doesn't cost any energy though, and then it lets you switch this Pokemon with one of your benched guys. The main one we're going to be going into is Diancie, that when it's in your active spot prevents your opponent from using supporter cards to gust up your benched basic Pokemon. So Zoroark can do a little bit of damage, kind of reduce your opponent's health. They're running Vmaxes, they have 330 HP. Doing that 30 will make it so that we can get the one shot even when we're only doing 310. So it's a pretty nice number just to do a little bit of chip damage. And I know we said it was pretty spicy, so we'll get to those fire type Pokemon. But if you like red guys, like the fire type Pokemon, you might like that red little subscribe button. So if you click it, you'll know to have more deck lists like this coming out. And it really helps the channel, so it'd be very appreciated. The first fire type attacker we've got in the deck is Radiant Heatran. Has the attack Raging Blast for fire energy and 2 colorless, does 70 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So similar to Zoroark, we're going to be focusing on damage counters, which we do have a lot of ways to get those out. Things like Gapejaw Bog, when you bench a basic Pokemon, it takes 20, so we can bench Heatran, takes 20 right when we put him on the bench, and then we can play Magma Basin, which lets you accelerate a fire energy from your discard pile to one of your benched fire type Pokemon, and then does another 20 damage. So all of a sudden Heatran has 40 damage on him and the fire energy. Then we attach double turbo energy. The attack's paid, it's doing 280 damage, minus 20 because it does have the double turbo energy, so 260, but then we give it a choice belt and it's doing 290 and can be taking out V-Stars out of nowhere. It really catches opponents off guard, and it's just a solid single prize Pokemon to be doing some massive damage. Since we do want to be getting damage counters all over the place for Zoroark though, we're going to be running 4 copies of Damage Pump, which means we can use Damage Pump to move additional counters onto the Heatran. If he has 5 damage counters on him, he's doing 350, 330 even if it has a double turbo energy, and that's not even using a choice belt. So it can be taking out things like Kyurem Vmax pretty easily. And we've got one more spicy attacker in the deck, being Moltres. It's got the attack Infernal Wings. Similar to Zoroark and Heatran, it's dependent on damage counters. So it does 20 damage for 1 fire, but if he has any damage counters on him, 70 more damage, bringing it up to 90, which is that sweet spot to be able to take out single prize Pokemon running around in the format. Things like Sableye, Comfeys, Lunatone, and Solrock, we can be taking them out in one shot with Moltres and just paying it with 1 energy. If we bench this under Gapejaw Bog, it takes 20 damage, or if we use Magma Basin and this is on the bench, it takes 20 damage and gets the energy. So we have multiple ways of getting this set up with the damage counters and very quickly being able to attack. So against those single prize decks, we can be getting set up just as quickly. Alright, and to the tech cards. We've got 1 copy of Oranguru, lets you switch 1 card in your hand with a card on top of your deck. Since we are running double turbo energy and it's a special energy, not a lot of ways to recover it, so it's really handy just to be able to switch that, since a lot of the cards in this deck will be discarding. Zoroark V-Star will discard your hand, Professor's Research, and the new supporter card Serena all want to discard things, so being able to switch, it's pretty nice to be able to keep things in our deck. 2 copies of Crobat, just for a really consistent draw power, 1 copy of Diancie for that bench protection we talked about earlier, and then 2 copies of Gengar with the ability Netherworld Gate. So once during your turn, if he's in the discard pile, you can just pop him right on your bench, and it takes 3 damage counters. Nice thing about that is then we can use Damage Pump, which moves 2 of those counters onto 2 of our other guys. All of a sudden, Zoroark's getting 150 damage off of this one Pokemon that's then spread out the damage to our other guys. It's also really helpful to set up Heatran and get it into those big number ranges we talked about earlier. I've also got 1 copy of Lumineon V, just a really handy card to be able to go, hey, you know what, I need some draw power or I need some gust. Bench it, lets you search your deck for any supporter card, put it in your hand, and then you can use it off that. For the supporters too, we do have a kind of interesting lineup. 3 copies of Research, 4 copies of the new supporter Serena, which lets you discard up to 3 cards, draw till you have 5 in your hand, or switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V with their active, just to be able to get consistent gas and go for those big prizes. But then we've also got a one-off copy of Raihan, which if something got knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you can then accelerate a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon and search your deck for any card. Since we have the basic fire energy, we can be using this. And then 1 copy of Thorton. So Thorton lets you choose one of your basic Pokemon in your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon that's in play. So once we put those Crobats and Lumineons down, they're kind of just sitting on the bench waiting for our opponent to gust up and take 2 prizes, which it's a little bit risky. This lets us switch it with a Zoroark or switch it with a Heatran or a Moltres and it becomes an attacker. It also keeps the turns in play. So if we switch it with a Zoroark and the Crobat was out last turn, we can then immediately evolve it up into the V-Star and all of a sudden we have an attacker coming out of nowhere and can very quickly win us a game. For the trainer cards, we've got 4 copies of Damage Pump, 1 copy of Escape Rope, just a nice switch and bit of disruption for your opponent. 3 copies of Evolution Incense. It's really handy to get into the Zoroark V-Stars or into our Gengars, which we can then discard with Quick Balls, Serenas, or Ultra Balls, get them into the discard and accelerate them out onto our bench. 1 copy of Ordinary Rod, get some energy back or some Pokemon, and 1 Pal Pad. It is really handy having these cards since we do discard quite a few things. 2 copies of Switch. And then the stadiums, we're going to be running 3 copies of Gapejaw Bog, so as we bench our Pokemon, they can take damage counters, sets up our Zoroark, charges up our Moltres and our Heatrans, and then 2 copies of Basin, as mentioned earlier, to accelerate energy out. Got 1 copy of Air Balloon. It's really helpful to be able to use it with Magma Basin, since this only can go to our benched fire Pokemon. It lets us put something in the active, attach a balloon, accelerate an energy to our Moltres or our Heatran, and then pivot into it. We also got 2 choice belts to fix up some numbers. And then for energy, we're running 4 copies of Double Turbo Energy and 4 basic fire energy. That's the deck list. I'd love to hear what you think of it in the comments down below. And if you like it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you know when I have more lists like this coming out. But let's hop on ladder and see how we go with this today. Alright, start the Zoro. We bother throwing down the Gapejaw? Probably not yet. We will attach this though. And we have an interesting decision. Yeah, Burning Energy, Rainbow Energy. Doesn't Burning Energy only trigger off fire Pokemon though? Like, isn't it only gets discarded and comes back when it's on a fire? If not, then yeah, that's really broken with the Rayquaza. Oh, cool. So just if it's paying the attack cost and gets discarded, it comes back. Interesting. Yeah, I thought it was just fire Pokemon. Wanna knock him out, but we got like nothing benched. Nothing damaged, and we're about to lose 2 damage bumps? Ooh. Yeah, it is only for fire? Okay. Because, like, we Serena that up, but, like, we don't do anything to it, so... And if we Serena to discard, it's what? We discard that, we discard that, we discard 1 damage pump, and we're drawing, like, 3 cards? Nah, that seems silly. That just seems silly. We go research, ditch a bunch of stuff, find a way into the V-Star, or just straight up draw the V-Star. That's really cool, too. That's really very cool. Get this back. We Palpad back in the Research Serena. Quick ball away this, quick ball away this. Do we need this? We might need this. I feel like he's gonna kill us though. Let's quick ball away this. We get another Zoroark. This becomes our choice belt one. This becomes our, hey, let's draw some more cards. Yeah, and then we quick ball him away. Wow, it's all coming together, guys. Bye-bye, Gengar. Does anything fix up numbers here? Moltres is pretty cool to have. I like having the Moltres just to do a bit of poking into that. Give him a little jabby jab. Like, hypothetically, we could Escape Rope. You just bring up the monkey though, right? But he brings up the monkey and then that turns that off. If we do Escape Rope, we don't know that we get out of it. How many switching cards do we have at the moment? 2 and a balloon? Yeah, I think we just get the V-Star just to have it to evolve guaranteed next turn, and then we hold. It's like this takes a knockout. He puts that active. Neat. We find a way to kill it. Like either this comes up and pokes it. Well, this will come up and do a big swing, and then this will come up and poke him to death. Hey, Hyper, how's it going? You have Welder and Gardenia Vigor. Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess, yeah, in Expanded you would have Welder. The attack cost is double Grass Fireless though, right? Fire, right? Just woke up. Rolled out of bed. Decided to come see me. Ah, you're too good to me, Hybrid. You're too good. Hope you're having a good day so far, bud. Alright, so they swing big into this. They've got to get rid of, like, all their energy, though, right? Don't overcommit. Oh, I got rid of that. What a scam. Little scamp. Like, do I put this up and just Escape Rope him? Because what's he have to do? Attach Melanie Monkey ability. It swings again. But we do this. We put a chunk of damage into him. What am I ultra balling away here? Right hand Diancie. Get into another Zoro. Another Zoro, or are we going into Monkey? I feel like another Zoro is fine. Although another Zoro gives him an easy target. He's already got Crobat, it's an easy target. So what are we doing right now? 250, 230? Brings him down to 100. Next turn we just attach Choice Belts, attach Fire Energy, Serena this up if he tries to run away. Oh, 260. Right, we got Choice Belt. Even better. What you got, Kyurem? Concern here being if they start setting up into Palkia. But they need to get into Palkia. Palkia boss. Which isn't the hardest thing to do. Or Palkia Serena. power, really? Why you gotta be like that, Kyurem? Why you gotta be like that? Okay, do we have another V-Star in the deck right now? We sure do. So what are we doing damage-wise right now? If we have everything hurt, 300, 330, 310, we're 20 off from the knockout. I'm thinking we just Serena that Goomba up. He seems to want to charge him up, and you know what, that's fine, but we want to kill it. Touch fire energy here, we keep this Serena in hand. Just swing. Like, we've still got this ability to use for draw power if we need. We've got Serena to bring that active. Do you have the means to get its attack off this turn, though? Doesn't look like it. Alright. We Serena that up. We're not getting a knockout. But we can also just Serena away. Or Serena up that Lumineon the next turn. Like, we kill this, and then next turn we kill that. Keep this in case they play path. But yeah, we just go attach Serena. Swing. Like, unless we get Roxanne Path or something. Do you have old cards to find old cards? Because not really. Ah, EXs, GXs, yeah. I feel like a lot of people just recently got into the game. Like, the Sword Shield era brought a lot of people in. Hisuian Zoroark and Empoleon. Like the water build? Like Empoleon V? That you're talking? Oh, that's a lot of energy. Please just use it all in one. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like the water build of it. You can do some shenanigans. You can attack with the Lumineon too, if you run it. Like for the single prize matchups, it's really nice. Swing with the fish, go into Diancie. Alright. Well played, my dude. Well played. No point dragging this out. Serena is pretty broken. Like, aw, I have to choose between Gust and Draw support? Nah, we'll meet midway. Like, expanded Mew sounds kind of broken too, because you could use double colorless energy. Yeah, I like having the real life cards too, but Mew's just not really my style of deck, and like I can't see myself ever sleeving it up and bringing it to a league. It'd be a cool one to have, like if a friend wants to try the game out and it's like, hey, here's like a really consistent deck, but it's useless against ability lock. Every deck's gonna have one real bad matchup. Ability lock will do it. Hey, Speak of the little Goomba. Let's throw down Gapejaw. Throw down Monkey. Attach DTE, or do we not attach DTE? I'm kind of leaning towards not attaching the DTE, to be honest. Although, if we do, it's like we attach DTE, we attach Balloon, we pivot out. Because the main concern here is that they're going to be able to just knock us out. Having a choice belt probably would have made more sense. But you know what? I'm not always about making sense. Sometimes it just, makes some plays. You only have 2 in real life decks and one is gonna get rotated? Sorry to hear that, man. What deck's getting rotated? Let's do Monkey the damage pump. Okay. Damage pump we at least could have played. Would have thinned our hand a little bit more. That's fine. Retreat into the Diancie. Yeah, let's just do that. If he kills it, he kills it. If he doesn't, well then I guess he doesn't. But right now we're sitting pretty good for damage. So if he doesn't kill this, well, we're down a Balloon. That makes it a bit awkward to get him out of the active. Because like I'd like to attach the DTE to this. Yeah, if you could kill that actually, that'd be swell. Just kill this. Get your little Meloetta out. Ice Rider uses Inteleon. Ah, okay. Yeah, and the upgrade for that would be into Palkia V-Star, which is not the most budget friendly. You Escape Rope me. We give them the Monkey. Because if they do get into the Meloetta, we are in danger. Like, that would kill a Zoroark, which I'm not okay with. And the fact that they have that new tool card that just says, get a card, means they get Elisa. Yeah, or they just get Elisa off all the Genesect draw power. Yeah, Palkia's not cheap. I think it's coming out as a box, but it might just be like a 1/1 line that you get in it. And yeah, that's not pricey either. You'd probably be better off just buying singles of it. Did they only attach one? Interesting. Very interesting. You don't like the 1/1 line boxes? Yeah. They're a bit awkward. Like, they're fine if you're just buying codes for them, but buying the product, it's like, well, I'm buying 2 to 3 boxes of this to have a playset. Spending almost 200 bucks. Like, you just go buy the singles. Alright, let's attach that there. Do we get the monkey back? I kind of like the idea of getting the monkey back. I like the pimp monkey. No Orangurus left behind. Research this away. Potentially, we get into this. Yeah? Because now that we have a this, that means we can get into Moltres, and Moltres can poke that to death. Means we can also do this, get the other Zoroark out of the deck. Let's go evolve. Chuck that on top of the deck so we don't ditch it off Zoroark. Oh. Yep. Do that, do that. Single prizer into single prizer. Seems fun, keeps them online. Also like that we can, if he kills this, we can set up Heatran and blow things up. We also have the Thorton, so we could set up something that's damaged into the Heatran. Like quick ball it away, Thorton something into it. That'd be pretty funny. If you wanted a Zoroark deck, you'd need to buy 3. That's 120 euro. Yeah, that's a bit silly. That's a bit silly. What are you using the vacuum for, man? That's my stuff. It's not dusty. Damage-wise, yeah, we need to get a choice belt on it to be able to kill a Mew. Or we need this to have... It has 4 damage counters, 280, but it'll be minus 20, 260. They have a stupid bird. Never mind, this isn't getting there. Oh, okay, cool. Well, we can just poke him. We attach that there, and then, yeah, we Thornton into a Zoroark. Here, bye Zoroark. And hello Zoroark. I love that combo. Oh, we're not doing enough damage with this to this little guy though, are we? All of your Fusion Strike Pokemon take 20 less from your opponent's Pokemon, so this would only be doing 70 to him, so we do actually have to go into a Zoroark to kill that bird. That is mildly frustrating. Well, I did that silly play for nothing. Should have gone into a Heatran. Nah, I just feel silly. Moltres doesn't want to KO Miltanks? No, but like, what's running Miltank anymore, to be honest? The Miltank also doesn't want to KO my Moltres if I play around him. Heatran one-hits Miltanks. Yup. Yeah, I should have just binned the Heatran for the Crobat, retreated the Moltres into it. Heatran would have had 4 damage counters on it instead of Moltres right now. And then it would be in, you know, threat range. From here though, we just need to take out 2 Genesects. We haven't used any Serenas. They need to take 3 knockouts, we just need to take 2. I feel okay about this. Got rid of my stuff though. Don't feel okay about that. We got another basin still. We do have one more basin in the deck. So we throw down Gapejaw, bench Heatran under it. It gets brought online as another potential threat if we can get into a basin. Like, he knocks this out. Maybe we just go into fish. So last deck's Delphox, now Zoroark? Yeah man, lots of foxes. I'm feeling clever as a fox. Oi! Where you going with my little dude? Don't do that. Rude. Respected, because it's smart play, but it's still rude. Okay, and we just top deck a Serena. That's nifty. This just does what? Effects of attacks. Yeah, let's just kill that little guy. Kill that little dude. Do this. Get this. Throw him away for a fish. Like, do we do the pal pad? I think we do the pal pad. We get a Serena back in. Let's get a Serena, and you know what? Maybe let's get a Thorton. Or is that just being rude? Just get Serena. Primate Wisdom the quick ball back on top so we have an easy out to fish. Sure, let's do that. And I think we just blow up a Genesect with a Heatran for good measure. What's he need here for knockout? Doing 210, 240, 220, 250 because of tablets. Okay, 2 tablets, 280? That'll do it. Making sure we haven't discarded the fish for some reason. So we don't have the fish. We're in an awkward position. Okay. Yeah, let's chuck this active just as a safety. Pretty sure we got fish here though. We got fish, we have Serena? We have Serena, we have fish. He's fire weak yet? Yeah. Big number. Use the nuke. Oh, it isn't even like a big one. And another Serena. Yes. Ah, the Crobat Star. No. Interesting. Alright. Do that, attach. We're not in danger of being one-shot by that. Hold? Yeah, I think just hold pass. This next turn. Likely just go Ultra Ball, get rid of base, and get rid of Serena, get into the V-Star, or get into base V. If we get into the base V, we attach DTE to it. Research. Okay, cool, that's sweet. That actually helped us quite a bit. just mindful not to overbench before Gape Jaw, because then we're fully dependent in getting into Gengar damage pump, which like we've got outs for them, but Lost Box can get going pretty quick, so we also need to get going pretty quick. Oh, okay. Articuno Crown. Which they lost on one already. Why are you bouncing me around so much, man? So that's 3. Colress and they can cram it. Interesting they get rid of a choice belt. What's the last card in your hand that you get rid of a choice belt against bees? Maybe it was the scoop up net, but I think they just got that. Okay. Yeah, it's just Ultra Ball these away. Go for the V. Want to keep the energy when it's possible. No point putting down the Lumineon because it just becomes another target. Damage pump off of that onto these two. Thinking we almost just quick ball this away. Quick ball that away or quick ball Serena away? Nah, quick ball that away. We can always Thorton into it if we want a single prizer. Get into another Crobat because we need to get into these V-Stars. Switch. Quick ball that away, might be a bit risky. Just fail that search. Could have gotten an Oranguru, I suppose. Alright. We good. Damage pump off of this, because it's currently got... Oh, it doesn't even take it out of Cramorant range. Yeah, we'll just move them there. We can Thornton that into a Heatran or something. So yeah, we go sorting this into Heatran, attach Fire Energy, Ordinary Raw the Crobat back in, Quick Ball, get it back in, get more draw support. They're going for the weak one? Yeah, fair. Fair. Yeah, let's do this so we don't have another EC2 prize sitting on our bench for them. Suppose we could have thrown the Lumineon back in. Let's quick ball, let's get the Moltres out. I just like the idea of having that if they're going to be going for like compies and stuff. And yeah, I don't think we need to use Phantom Star just yet. We should be safe just sitting on this research. Don't see any way they come out and swing with that. They've got, what, 3-5? I guess theoretically they get Mirage Gate on. They have Radiant Charizard, attach Mirage Gate, Choice Belt, take a knockout. But they've also burned through a lot of their switch. Right, 2 Escape Rope, 3 Scoop Ups. Well, they'd still have more Escape Ropes than likely switch cards. We're not expecting the MJ. Yeah, man. It's good. The remix. It's from the Halloween tracks. We bring that up, it's just short the knockout. Oh, we're just short the knockout too. Yeah, we bring the Zoroark up. Because like that's just short the knockout, but then it's also just an easy one for them to finish off with Sableye later. Do that. Like, I could bump that. Let's bump that so he benches another Cram. Moltres can knock it out. Palpad gets us Serenas? Nah, I think we just sit. Hindsight, we also could have just hard retreated this Zoroark out. Hard retreat, gone into this one. Then he's not doing Cram damage. Cram's hits, what, 110, 140 with the Choice Belt, 150 because of this. Getting pretty close. Yeah, I should have hard retreated. Alright, they get the Sableye. Oh, they can kill that too, eh? I guess, well, they would have been able to kill it regardless. 12 damage counters. I feel like we just focused down the V-Star though. You know what, bud? I'm just gonna swing into you with this. Not sure there's much point doing it, but why not? Guess I should have moved damage counter off of this. So right now it's got 120. He's got an Articuno in play. Cramorant can knock it out. And Sableye can technically knock it out as well. Yeah, moving these didn't really fix any numbers. So they have a Charizard, they have a Charizard. Having trouble with your Lugia deck popping off. That's not good. You just can't get the Archeops in the discard, or? What kind of build are you going for it? Yeah, doesn't have a lot of draw. Okay. Using the Raikou Veltal build. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, because then okay, he's got the Zard. So they're going to try and go Zard into Zoroark. Like, Raikou Veltal seems really interesting. The fact that you can just accelerate out to the Veltal and take a knockout. Okay, so we swing. I think we just have game here, regardless of what they do. Like, we need one prize. We have 3 attackers set up. To be safe, we should have benched some more basics, I guess. Get the Gapejaw damage down. Or gotten a Gengar and Ultra Ball it away. Find often you need to discard too many crucial energies early on. Yeah, like, Lugia in concept it sounds really good, but that's kind of why I liked the Blissey build I did. Because like I did Blissey with Archeops, and it's like, if you discard special energy, it's fine. Like, Archeops accelerates them out, and then Blissey accelerates them from the discard. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and if you want some more shenanigans, there should be some other videos popping up on the screen. Till next time though, take care of yourself.